Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today I'm very excited because we're playing 4-color mono red Storm. This is another iteration on Ruby Storm. We are completely changing the game. So previous iterations of Ruby Storm were using Burning Prophet. The Burning Prophet was my engine of the deck because it's going to stop you from ever fizzling because it's getting rid of the lands. Now, something that Cosmic Charles said was he had this card in mind, Big Score. Big Score says, as an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, you get to draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. So with 2 familiars in play, this is mana neutral. With 3, it is mana positive. But the main problem is that in the previous Ruby Storm iterations, we were playing things like Reckless Impulse or Ren's Resolve, which get rid of cards from your hand and don't technically draw cards, so you can't really use loot effects very well. Now, another person, Skura from Poland, has been saying we should not be even playing Burning Prophet because it's just not going to add too much to the deck. So what I was working on was, can I play Pirate's Pillage and Big Score as mana draw and rituals? And then when I had those, I have tons of treasures now, so now I can play Ideas Unbound. And Ideas Unbound is one of the original cards used in Storm. It says draw 3 cards, discard 3 cards at the beginning of the next end step. So we combine that with our Big Score effects, and we're just chaining off like crazy. So in reality, the only new card in the deck from Modern Horizons 3 is Glimpse the Impossible. All the rest of the cards existed in the Pauper format. It's just nobody, and I didn't consider this to be an option. So one of the things that I was thinking about was 16 lands, no Lotus Petals, but I think I'm going to play Lotus Petals in this specific list just to give you a little bit of extra speed in the early game. So to do that, I'm cutting from 8 to 7 familiars. I'm also going to be trimming the 4th copy of Seething Song because all of these cards make mana anyway. And then I'm trimming the 16th land, and the 4th copy of Big Score. So we have 4 draw 3s, 4 draw 3s, 7 draw 2s, and 4 that are draw 2s with flashbacks, so additional draw 2s. So we have just tons of card draw in the deck, and basically as soon as you start going off, you just chain like crazy and do not ever fizzle. Plus we have an additional Feldon's Cane in the deck, which is great because this not only allows you to get to like Storm 60 on turn 3, which is fun, but if your opponent ever starts removing your stuff, you can just keep chugging until you find the cane and then redo it and loop the whole deck and just go nutso. So I'm really excited. I haven't tried this in leagues yet, so this will be my very first run. Hopefully it'll be fun. If you're interested in checking out sideboard guides for Storm style decks, familiars, Ultratron, all that good stuff, check out patreon.com/kalikaiz. Make sure to like and subscribe. And check out cardmarket.com, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe, to build your own battle box and start storming as well. Hopefully this will be sweet, and we will see you in the matches. Okay, match 1, let's go. We're on the play. Let's see how it goes. We have missing mana, but as soon as we hit red mana, we're off to the races. So I'm just going to keep it and hope for the best. Play my Woodlot and pass the turn. Our opponent mulligans to 6 cards. So, I mean, I know I'm taking the risk here of not having the red mana, but if I find it, I can Rite of Flame, a Narcomancer, Seething Song, Glimpse, go nuts. We can also just maybe Big Score away the Rite of Flame. Opponent plays a Great Furnace, so they're on Kuldotha Burn. Oh, just goblins. Okay, interesting. I wonder if that's going to change the way that they are going to play, because they're more likely to maybe tap out. Find a Lotus Petal. I don't have to go for it here. I could just take one more turn. I think our opponent's probably likely to tap out. By giving myself one more turn, I have another card that I can discard to my Big Score here. They attack for 1. We go to 19. They play a Synthesizer, so they're very likely to tap out. Finds a Goblin Bushwhacker. No land. They do find a land. Are they just going to cast the Bushwhacker? Plays the Bushwhacker out. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Find Electric Revelation. So we'll go land, or Lotus Petal. Cast Rite of Flame. Cast a Narcomancer. Start with Seething Song. And then a Glimpse the Impossible. We can Big Score away their Electric Revelation. Okay, so I can start with just another Seething Song here as well. Let's try Manamorphose. I'm gonna go red. Okay, now we found something to discard. I can just Seething Song and then discard that land. So this is -1 mana. Okay, Electric Revelation. We'll discard the Woodlot. Find another Electric Revelation. We will discard the Geothermal Crevice. And there's a Narcomancer. Now we can play the Narcomancer. And then Electric Revelation, discarding the Sandstone Needle. We find a big score. We can play land. Tap. This is mana neutral. We can big score away the Lotus Petal. Okay. It looks like we didn't cast any, we're gonna miss on this Woodlot. We can just play out the Gutter Snipe and then pass the turn, I guess. Unfortunately, we did fizzle. That was a turn 3. And we get 1 mana off of the Glimpse. Okay, that's good. But, you know, our opponent could kill both of the Anarchomancers and then it's going to be a problem. They play a Voldaren Epicure, making this into a 2/1 because it gets +1/+0 whenever another red creature enters the battlefield under their control. Okay. They have 3 mana. Please don't kill my Anarchomancers. Electric Revelation, they kill the Gutter Snipe. Sweet. I don't care about that. Oh, I did care about that though. Okay. They're going to attack. For 1, they're down to 1 mana available. I mean, we chained a bunch, but just didn't get there. Let's see what's going to happen. Sort of the problem of not drawing into... Okay. I think I can just Electric Revelation, discarding this Rite of Flame. Find a Thornscape Familiar. So I need to play the Needle, play out the Thornscape Familiar, and pass the turn. Okay, not a good start. I guess I should have waited a couple of turns. I was pretty aggressive, that's for sure. So now we can Electric Revelation, discarding whatever we draw. They have Kuldotha Rebirth, that makes this into a 4/1. Right now we're taking 3, 4, 5 damage. If they have a Bushwhacker, it's a lot more. Annoying. Okay, so I have to add this up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have to block the Denizen. Okay, block. We're going to go to 4 or something. Yeah, 4. So this is going to be it. Tap all my mana. Discard the Gutter Snipe. And I think we fizzled. Sad. Okay, maybe not. Morphos. I'm going to go blue-red in case I draw into... okay. Morphos again. I'm going to go blue-red, hoping to draw into an Ideas Unbound. Petal. All right. Okay. I mean, we tried. We tried hard. Let's do it again. So now we don't really need that much of a win con. Bring in the Weather the Storms, cutting on 1 Gutter Snipe, and 1 Thornscape Familiar, and 1 Crevice. Maybe I'll keep the Crevice in and cut a Petal. Here we go, post board, we're on the play. We have to mulligan. We have 2 lands. We got the Ideas Unbound. We have a big score in hand. Glimpse the Impossible as well. I think I'm going to put back the Glimpse or the big score. Put back the Glimpse here, and then lead on a land. Our opponent mulligans to 5. Solid for us. So the thing is, the Ideas Unbound, you can't really just jam, so maybe the Glimpse would have been better. But I want to just cast Ideas Unbound. It's so sweet drawing 3 cards. Let's play Sandstone Needle, pass the turn. Okay, our opponent plays a Goblin Slutter. Find an Electric Revelation. Play the Crevice. I guess next turn we can big score discarding the Revelation, which is a little bit of extra value. They play a Synthesizer. Finding a Goblin Warstrike. What does that do? Damage equal to the number of goblins you control. So they're just going to ping me for 1 here. And another 1 with the attacks. They're full on goblins. We're going to go to 18. Some of the tension is in what do you discard. So the Ideas Unbound while you're chaining allows you to put cards in hand to discard to. I am going to Lotus Petal into the big score because it basically gives me back a Lotus Petal. It just gets me a little bit deeper. Finding a Narcomancer. So now I have a decent amount of mana. So let's see what our opponent does here. 3 mana available. They have 3 cards in hand. Looks like they're going to just attack. Okay, we go to 17. They're passing the turn. Trying to weather the storm. So I think it's worth it for me to just pass as well. I want to wait until they're low on mana. Then I can like play the Anarchomancer, play the Manamorphose, do a bunch of stuff. Looks like they're going to crack the Synthesizer. So hopefully they find a 1-drop that they can cast and then taps out. And, okay, they find a Synthesizer. So I feel like they should play the Synthesizer here. They might just let it go. Depends on how tight they want to play. Okay, looks like they would like to cast the Synthesizer, but they're trying to resolve the stack first. Okay, Samurai Token. Here we go. I'm excited. Okay, oh, never mind. They're going to attack. Get in for 1. We go to 16. Plays a Voldaren Epicure, so they're going to let the Synthesizer go. I guess I'm only worried about a Fire Blast. I'm not that worried about it. We have double Manamorphose, so I think now is go time. Cast the Manamorphose, making red. Cast the Manamorphose again, making red-green. Just red here still. Find a Glimpse. Let's start on the Ideas Inbound. I'm all in right now. Boom, draw 3 cards. Okay, so now let's see. I'm gonna sacrifice this, cast the Big Score, discarding the Sandstone Needle. Okay, now we have a familiar. Makes things a little bit easier. Seething Song costs 1 mana. We can Glimpse the Impossible. Okay, now it's easy peasy. You're going to see the power of this deck. I'm so excited. We're going to now Pirate's Pillage away this mountain. 2 mana, so it's mana neutral. We make some treasures. We're going to just discard this extra familiar that we don't need. Now we can cast Ideas Unbound, putting more cards into our hand. Boom, draw 3 cards. Pirate's Pillage. Oh, now I want another familiar. So let's start with Revelation, discarding this Crevice. Okay, we find a Narcomancer. Green, play the Narcomancer. Pirate's Pillage can now just discard the Rite of Flame because it doesn't even matter. We can now Pirate's Big Score away this Woodlot. It's happening. Okay, let's see. What do we want to discard now? I'll cast my Rite of Flame, make some mana. Here comes a draw 3. Ideas Unbound. Ba-boom. Okay, we'll just, Glimpse. Okay. Glimpse again. We're at 2 mana left over. Got some Lotus Petals to play. Do I want another Narcomancer in play? Not right now. I'm just going to Big Score away this mountain. Okay, Seething Song. Draw 2 again. Or draw 3. Ideas Unbound. Where's my, Okay. I'm like looking for my Gutter Snipe here. Make blue. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, all the Ideas Unbound have been cast. Okay, Gutter Snipe. Pirate's Pillage away this mountain. There's the Feldon's Cane. Kind of wild here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Electric Revelations. Let's see. We've cast 1, 2, 3. There's 1 more Glimpse in the deck. I'm going to Manamorphose. Make red. We have 5 cards left in the deck. We want to draw into the Glimpse. Let's just Revelation, discarding a land. Finally find a Gutter Snipe. Play the Gutter Snipe. They Rite of Flame. Our opponent goes to 18. Finally, Rite of Flame again. Okay, we can play the Feldon's Cane. Cast Electric Revelation, discarding a land. They go to 14. Another Gutter Snipe. Okay, so now I'm going to hold control. Cast Electric Revelation, discarding the Narcomancer. Cast Electric Revelation, discarding Weather the Storm. Then I'm going to, I guess, crack the Cane first. I don't want to put the Weather the Storms back in the deck because I don't really want to draw them. But now we can just draw the 4. Morphos Familiar. We basically fizzled here, but they're also dead, so it doesn't really matter. They go to 2, we Morphos, and they are dead. Drew the entire deck, couldn't draw it a second time. Storm is 40. Okay. Sweet. Let's do it again. So I have kind of the opinion that the Lotus Petal might just not even be necessary in this deck. So let's bring back in the Thornscape Familiar. Let's go down a little bit on the Lotus Petals. Man, that was cool. Okay, post board, we have the Weather the Storm in hand. We have a land. We can go Anarchomancer, Lotus Petal. I think this is a fine keep. We can just take our time, wait for them to go nutso, play a Weatherstorm, and then go off. They play a Foundry Street Denizen. Okay, double Manamorphose. I like that. Pass the turn. I mean, I don't have to go for it on turn 2, and that's just something that I have to worry about. Like, personally, I always go for it way too early in Storm decks. I mean, if they raise me here, I'm pretty dead, but who knows. Plays Experimental Synthesizer into a Mountain. So they can't cast the Mountain this turn. Play a Goblin Tomb Raider. We're going to get hit for 4 here. Go to 16. Another Woodlot. Okay, so I can pass. Kind of set up on mana now. I do have the Weather Storm. They have 3 cards in hand. So if they go like Kuldotha Rebirth, attack, or Bushback or attack, we have the Weather Storm. We can even Manamorphose a couple of times in response. We know they have the Goblin Warstrike, but I think that was a sorcery. They're getting in for 3. Go to 13. Okay. I think I should just... I guess I don't have to burn the Lotus Petal. I'm going to play the Lotus Petal here. And I'm going to pass still one more time. Okay, their turn. They have... I'm going to play a Goblin Sledder. So now they have 4 power. 3 cards are still in hand. I mean, I think on my turn, when I go off pretty hard, there's going to be a big Weather Storm turn, giving me a lot of time to get back into it. And both Big Score and Electric Revelation are instants, which is going to be probably pretty useful. We're at 9 now. They're going to cast a raise. That's mean. Okay, I'll tap it. Passing. They have 1 mana available. Okay. We're going to go Rite of Flame into a Narcomancer. Cast the Manamorphose. Make red, red. Looks like they have nothing. Manamorphose again. Red, red. Another Narcomancer. Okay, I can play that. Now Big Score is mana neutral. Big Score away the Geothermal Crevice. You have a Seething Song for very little mana. Now I can Pirate's Pillage. So at this point, I'm thinking I want to discard the Weather the Storm. That could be a bit risky. I don't think they have anything. Just going to discard the Weather the Storm. Draw 2. Now I'm going to Revelation away this one. We're chaining. Okay, we find a Familiar. Still don't know if I need to cast that. Although that would make this Electric Revelation mana positive. Or the Big Score mana positive. I'm going pretty all in here. I'm going to Big Score, discard the Weather Storm again. Okay. Now I can Electric Revelation, discarding the Seething Song. We have 4 mana left. Cast an Ideas Unbound. I mean, Storm is currently at 13. Okay. Right, if we're going to Seething Song for 1 billion mana. Pirate's Pillage this Needle. Play the Gutter Snipe. Cast Ideas Unbound. Draw 3 cards. Still maintaining Weather the Storm here. Our opponent, they're going to shoot the Gutter Snipe. I feel like that was not the correct plan. But maybe they think that it's going to stop us. Okay, it's fine. Doesn't really bother me. Okay. We have way too many Familiars now. Electric Revelation, discarding the Narcomancer, because the Thornscape Familiars now only cost 1 mana. Electric Revelation, discarding the Thornscape. We're going to discard the Needle. Storm is 21. Find a Glimpse. Got to play the Lotus Petal out. Play the Mountain. Has Glimpse. Another Glimpse. I need mana now. Glimpse again. Rite of Flame. Okay. That stops me from having a Weather the Storm turn. I can Rite of Flame right now, and then I can draw 4 cards. I'm going in. Rite of Flame. We're gonna discard the Woodlot. Oh no. Discard the Needle. Agreed. Manamorphose. I'm gonna go green, red. Finding a Feldon's Cane. So now we just play the Cane, play Weather Storm, then discard 3 cards. Okay. Do. Unfortunate. Okay, we only gained 60 life. Oh, now we have to take our time, rebuild. All right, we're gonna get some cards into some value here, but we're losing these cards in hand. Man, that's funny. Discard. We're gonna discard another 3 cards. Oops, I can't. Okay. So right now I have 1 Revelation in the graveyard. Is that it? Yeah. Currently at 99. So our opponent is probably just going to shoot all of our mana creatures. They bolt the Anarchomancer, that makes sense. They're going to raise my land. They're thinking about it. The raise on the land really did matter. A Goblin Grenade, destroying my Anarchomancer. We have a couple of Gutter Snipes left in the deck. I'm going to Rite of Flame. I'm going to discard it to the Revelation. Draw 2 cards. Okay, we have a big score and a glimpse. Let's pass the turn. Opponent has 3 cards. Or, they have 3 lands in play. They're going to pass. Okay, attacks for 3. Sure, we go to 96. Find a mountain. I can glimpse right now. I think I'm going to big score away the mountain. Get some treasures. I'm sort of like adding mana to the table here. Okay, find ideas inbound. Let's pass the turn and attack you for 2. The problem that I have now is I need mana. Can't really cast the Ideas Unbound at the moment. When it plays another land, I'm going to crack the Synthesizer. Let's see what they find. They find a Kuldotha Rebirth. They can crack the Great Furnace with the Kuldotha Rebirth. Okay. They get a bunch of goblins. We have, let's see, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's no lands left in my deck. I should probably crack the Cane, I guess. And then Glimpse. Okay, let's crack the Feldon's Cane. And then I'm going to sacrifice this land. Manamorphose. Go red. Finding a Rite of Flame. Going to start off with Ideas Unbound. And then in Glimpse, well, Seething Song first. And then Glimpse. We have 5 mana left over. Glimpse again. Thornscape Familiar. Okay, so we can play the Thornscape Familiar. And now Seething Song costs 1 mana. We can pillage away a land. First I should Glimpse. Okay, we find another Anarchomancer. And now our Pirate's Pillages are going to be mana positive. So we're going to go green, red. We're going to play the Anarchomancer. Pirate's Pillage. Discard this. Make 2 mana. Do it again. We really fizzled. This is crazy. So these cannot be played. They're played until the end of this turn. I guess I just play this out. Play a Rite of Flame. And then another Rite of Flame. Then green. I only cast 1 Ideas Unbound, right? That was not necessary for me to just discard my entire hand. Whoops. I guess the question is whether or not I want the Mancers in play or the lands. I think I want the creatures in play. Green, play an Archomancer, play the Familiar, and we'll pass the turn. We're at 91. Did I even attack? I'm not going to attack. Discard a bunch of cards. Okay, that, I don't know what's going on. We definitely were close. Come on, deck. All the Familiars are in play. Are you going to Bushwhacker me? That'd be fine. I'll just attack you back for 10. Please Bushwhacker me. Attack me for 30. I don't care. I'm at 91. There you go. Okay. That's what they had. They drew the Bushwhacker. We've used 2 Glimpses. They're coming in. I guess I trade my Thornscape right now because that's the one I want to trade. I'll have to attack them back for 8. Finding another Narcomancer. Just swing out. I'm saving the Narcomancer as something to discard. Who knew this game was going to get so grindy? Plays a Goblin Sledder. So now they can turn any of their goblins into basically a 5/5 or 6/6. They're going to attack with everything again, I imagine. Just the Denizen. They attack for 3. Yeah, we're going to go to 75. Healthy 75. Okay, we're going to go to 74. I'll take the 4. Sometimes piloting Storm, you kind of fizzle. Looking for a Pirate's Pillage. Okay, another just thing I don't care about. I'm going to pass the turn. Pass again. Play a Tomb Raider. So their Denizen is now a 2/1. And they're going to attack. No attacks. Okay. We're just hanging out waiting for a draw spell. Another Narcomancer. Let's pass. Part of the problem with the looping is when you get rid of all your Electric Revelations. And I think most of them are in exile. All of them are in exile. Which makes it so that we're more likely to just drop air. We have 3 Ideas Unbounds left in the deck. I'm going to raise my land. That's sort of mean. We only have 27 cards left too. Okay, I'll play another mountain. Pass the turn. Let's see what our opponent does. We're all top decking. They play a mountain as well. Turn 12 versus mono red. Who saw it coming? My turn, we draw in Ideas Unbound. I'm going to try it. Draw 3. Okay. So we can now play the Gutter Snipe. Big score, discarding a Narcomancer. They go to 6. Find a Pirate's Pillage. Going to Pirate's Pillage. Discarding a Narcomancer. They go to 4. Any spell kills them here. Okay, we got them. Seething Song. You go to 2. And a big score, and you go to 0. Nice. So we're 1-0. Won the very first match with this wild version. So that's great. Won at 2-1, and we'll see you in round 2. We're here in round 2 on the play again. Oh man, this is close. I think I should mulligan. Be safe. Oh no. No lander. Mulligan again. Okay, we have 2 lands. I guess I'm going to keep this and then just get rid of one of our Gutter Snipes. Get rid of... This is not 2 lands, not really. Get rid of a Glimpse. Because the Pirate's Pillage and the Big Score can be like on board mana. Alright, let's see what the opponent's up to. They did nothing. That was lucky for me. Pass the turn. They accidentally have 6 their turn, I guess. Okay, they play a Dross Forge Bridge. I'm going to Rite of Flame. I think I'm going to pass. They're on Mardu. Mardu Wildfire stuff. They're going to Wildfire, probably getting a Plains or a Mountain. So we do have to worry about Prismatic Strands. That kind of stinks. I'm going to pass. If we had a cost reducer here, I would consider going for it. They Wildfire their land, getting a Swamp. What do you think the likelihood of them having Snuff Out is? Moderately decently high. Plays a Limbus. They Scry bottom. We're just hanging out doing nothing. We mulligan to 5. We have a Rite of Flame. Go Rite of Flame. Start Metamorphosing. For red-green. Play the Woodlot here. And then pass the turn. You can also just Morphos again. Red-green. I think I'm going to pass. This is tough. Like, I'm not really getting anywhere. I think I'm just going to pass. If I draw a cost reducer, we can really go nutty. Looks like they have their Refurbished Familiar. They play a Thraben Inspector, Novice Inspector dude. Here comes the Refurbished Familiar. Okay. Discard the Rite of Flame. And Glenhawk the Refurbished Familiar. That's pretty annoying. Alright, I'm going to go to game 2. I feel like I'm just like down for the count here. Nothing happened. Draw some cards. We're pretty far from doing anything. Refurbished Familiar, Glenhawk stuff. That's annoying. I'm going to get rid of a Gutter Snipe. Do I even care? I need more mana. Oh yeah, we need the Flaring Pain, so let's get rid of a Gutter Snipe for a Flaring Pain. I think my original idea with 16 lands and just a billion draw spells is probably better than the Lotus Petals. Or you could even go 17 lands, just because having the cost reducer in hand to start like this is so much better. But the 2 Ideas Unbound here are not good. I'm going to mulligan. Okay. I think we can get rid of ideas. Play the Woodlot and pass the turn and hope for the best. Definitely some issues with my mana base. This is what happens when you're experimenting. I'll play my Woodlot and pass the turn. Opponent plays a Rustvale Bridge. Drawing a Sandstone Needle, that's awesome. They play a Plains. They Wildfire their bridge. Finding a Swamp. Find a Flaring Pain. Going to Electric Revelation. Discarding the Flaring Pain. Okay, now we have the mana. So I can pass. We just have to wait for them to tap out again, I guess. If they tap out, we have Narcomancer Familiar, Rite of Flame, Glimpse, try to go off. Plays a land, Wildfire, okay. Now is the moment. We can discard this extra Familiar. Okay, tap both my lands, play an Narcomancer, play a Thornscape Familiar, play a Rite of Flame. They don't have the Snuff Out. Cast a Glimpse the Impossible. Finding a land, play the land. We'll go Morphos, make red. Electric Revelation, so you can Revelation discarding this mountain. Find a Gutter Snipe, so I can go play the Gutter Snipe, Morphos. They take 2. We go actually green, red, play the Thornscape. Big score discarding this. They take 2. And we make 2 mana now. So we're looking for more big scores. Find a mana Morphos. Okay. Morphos can make red. Okay, red. They go to 14. Another Gutter Snipe. So I can either discard the Gutter Snipe or the Lotus Petal here. If I completely fizzle, we're dead either way. I don't think discarding the Lotus Petal is going to be better than discarding the Gutter Snipe. We're going to discard the Gutter Snipe and draw 2. They go to 12. There we go. Ideas Unbound. Let's cast this. We'll go blue. Cast Ideas Unbound. Looking for a treasure making spell. We missed. Let's discard an Ideas or Mountain. So we're gonna have to discard 3 cards. They go to 8. Dang. Okay, so I'm gonna pass the turn. We have to discard 3 cards. I'm going to discard Ideas, Mountain, Seething Song. And then next turn, I have Big Score discarding something into Ideas Unbound. Another 8. We still have Flaring Pain in the graveyard as well. Fizzled again. They kill the Gutter Snipe. Okay. Bajukabog. That's bad. Does that mean we lose? 1 Gutter Snipe in the exile. Yeah, I think it does. Okay, GG. We'll see you in round 3. Okay, now we've opened a pretty solid hand finally. We have Woodlot, we have turn 2, a Narcomancer, Rite of Flame, Morphos, Ideas Unbound, big score stuff. We'll see what our opponent's up to, but I think this hand is pretty good. Let's keep. Keeping 7 with a Storm deck is pretty scary. Forest. Annoying. Oh, Caretaker. Okay, less annoying. I thought they would be on Ponza with the snow-covered forest, but it looks like they're on walls. So, what do we do? Clearly, we're going to play a Narcomancer turn 2. Play the Woodlot and pass the turn. Maybe we go a Narcomancer, Manamorphos, Rite of Flame, big score, and then set up for the next turn. Let's see. Turn 2, they have 1 land in play. Looks like they're going to cast a 1-drop. They cast a Quirion Ranger. This gives them 2 mana by tapping the Caretaker using the Quirion Ranger and then untapping it and replaying the forest and tapping the forest. So they could play an Overgrown Battlement or a Wall of Roots. They untap the Caretaker. Maybe I should just play the Narcomancer and then go for a turn 3. Plays another Caretaker. So that gives them another mana. They can still play the Wall of Roots here. Plays another Quirion Ranger. 3 cards in hand, no big mana spells. I guess they could tap the Caretaker, tapping their other creature, then untap it with the Quirion, and then tap it again. And then they could play the Wall of Roots, but then they wouldn't have the tap on tap as much for the next turn. Looks like they're going to pass on a Lotus Petal. So in reality, we probably just need to have as much mana as possible in the next turn. We could Manamorphos into a big score here, but it's probably better to just wait. What am I going to do? I could go Rite of Flame, Manamorphos, big score, discarding the Lotus Petal. Next turn I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Or if I don't, I'll untap. I'll have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. All right, I'm going to pass. One of the interesting things in this specific deck is that if your big scores are actually making you mana, you can discard things like Lotus Petal. It's not really a big deal. You have plenty of mana to go around. All right, looks like they're going to do something. Plays another forest. 2 mana. Okay, they're making 3 mana, so it's probably an Axebane or a Lead the Stampede. They play an Axebane Guardian. So this looks to be our go turn. Next turn, they're most likely able to actually accomplish something. Then the question for me becomes, should I keep in the Feldon's Cane post board or just cut it and then just try to go off? They're not really going to be interacting with me, so I probably need to cut the Feldon's Cane in order to just put more pressure on them. Another Rite of Flame. So we'll probably discard the Lotus Petal then. Okay, tap this mana. We'll go Rite of Flame, Anamorphose, off the green. I'll make blue. Cast the Ideas Unbound. Cast Rite of Flame. Let's Glimpse first. I'm just looking for more familiars, and I found a couple. So I can play a Thornscape Familiar, and then I can pedal into the next Thornscape Familiar, and then this will make mana. Discard the Cane. That is taking a risk, but I think we can get there. Let's go Rite of Flame, Petal, green, Thornscape Familiar. Big score, discarding the Feldon's Cane. Now we're looking for our Gutter Snipe, and to not fizzle. Cast Ideas Unbound. There's the Gutter Snipe. Let's go! Apew! Start the banging. You go to 18. Electric Revelation, discarding the tap land. 16. Okay, Electric Revelation, discarding the Thornscape Familiar. Go to 14. Pirate's Pillage, that allows me to cast the Ideas Unbound. Nice. Go blue. Draw 3 cards, they go to 10. This is turn 3. Gutter Snipe, nice. We're gonna Revelation, discarding a tap land again. And because I have 3 familiars that only cost 1 from the graveyard, we have 2 men in play. Rite of Flame, you're dead. Okay, deck is working. Let's draw some more cards. You're dead. Sweet. Turn 3. Okay. Love it. All right, so I think I'm going to keep this hand. We don't have a cost reducer, but we can Lotus Petal into cast big score, discard Rite of Flame on turn 2, and we'll untap with 5 mana on turn 3. And I don't really want to mulligan too low. They play the Forest. We're going to do the same opener. They go Caretaker turn 1 again. Play my Woodlot, just the same. Pass the turn. So it's the same openers, except we went first last time, I believe. No, they went first as well. So exact the same game. Okay, turn 2, they have a Crashing Drawbridge. That is a little bit scary. We are looking for a cost reducer. Did not find one. I can play Lotus Petal and go big score, discard the Rite of Flame. No cost reducer. Darn. Okay, so I would have rather have discarded the Hickory Woodlot if I knew I was going to draw more lands. Right now they can't actually cast an Axebane Guardian and give it haste because they have to tap this Caretaker to give this to make 3 mana. So I guess I'm probably going to have to cast the Glimpse the Impossible. Play a Llanowar Elves. Now they give the Elf haste. And they have 2 mana. Okay. What are they going to cast? I think they were looking for a way to cast the Axebane this turn, but they couldn't figure it out. Alright. On an Anarchomancer. So I can Anarchomancer first. Cast Manamorphose, make red. Red here. Seething Song. Cast Glimpse. We're trying to go for it. I got tornado warnings at my house. Manamorphose. Okay, red. We're gonna pillage. This costs us 1 mana. Draw 2. Find a familiar. Okay. So we can glimpse for 1 mana. Finding a Rite of Flame. That's a Rite of Flame. Electric Revelation, discarding a land. Draw 2. There's the Gutter Snipe. That's the Gutter Snipe. Play big score, discarding a land. They go to 18. We do have 5 damage, 10 damage from these bolts here. I think I need to Cast a Revelation. Scary. I guess I just go land, bolt your Caretaker, and pass the turn. 2 mana, 3 mana. They play the Axebane. So now if they give it haste, I can just bolt it. Kind of stinks because we lose our Ideas Unbound. But we'll take that out. We can also attack for 6. Okay, they're going to go to 14. They lose their Axebane Guardian. So right now the Electric Revelation from the graveyard costs 2 mana. We'd have to discard probably an Ideas Unbound. We're going to discard the Geothermal Crevice since we find another land. Find a Pirate's Pillage. Okay, Seething Song. I think our opponent is dead. He's dead. Hopefully nobody is annoyed by all of these rain in the background. They're at 8. We're going to go blue, blue, cast Ideas Unbound. They go to 6. Play a Mountain. Manamorphose. Make blue, blue. And bolt you. Kaboom! You're dead. Sweet. 3 matches down. I think we're 2-1. So I'll see you in round 4. Okay, round 4. We're on the play versus Manu. We've got the Anarchomancer. I'm gonna keep it. This is another one of those times where we look at the option of doing turn 2, but probably not going to. Play the Woodlot. Pass the turn. We're looking for them to be not looking to interact. What are you up to, Manu? Plays a Bajuka Bog. Okay. So they're probably some sort of removal-based deck. Bajuka Bog in the main is weird, especially turn 1. Okay, we draw a Manamorphose. Okay, what we're looking at here is, I think we should just pass. We have 4 mana. Blue, black. Plays a Modern Age. So it's probably a Fairies deck. Discarding Sneaky Snacker. Okay, they don't have Snuff out right now. I think I should try to do something. Find Ideas Unbound. Play a Narcomancer. Then Manamorphose for red, red. Rite of Flame. And then Pirates pillage away the Revelation. Okay, we draw a ton of mana. Alright, Rite of Flame. Seething Song. But we can cast Glimpse and Ideas Unbound. Cast a Glimpse. Find a Mountain. Have Electric Revelation. I think I want to try going for the Ideas Unbound here. The Lotus Petal is useful in this position, kind of. Draw 3 cards. Okay, so big score. Discard the Needle. That's -1 mana. We get our 2 blue mana back. Let's cast Manamorphose. Or red. I just red. Still not getting there on the mana. On the we have yet to find another cost reducer. Let's go red again. Okay, we can pillage away the land. Another Rite of Flame. We sure are doing things. We're going to get rid of this Woodlot. Okay, now we're kind of stuck here. Let's Seething Song. This costs 3 mana. Rid of the Needle. Cast the Glimpse looking for a cost reducer. Find the Narcomancer. Okay, so we go Narcomancer for green, red, and then cast a Revelation, discarding the Mountain. We still need more mana. Okay. Cast the Lotus Petal, big score, red, discard the Mountain. Okay, find a Rite of Flame. So we can Rite of Flame here, and then cast a Gutter Snipe. Then the Glimpse cost me 1 mana. But we might fizzle here. Sort of depends on what we find off the Glimpse. Like, yeah, big score and stuff doesn't do anything. So we'll go green for Thornscape Familiar. Cast the Seething Song just to use the mana and ping them. And then both of these things are going to turn into Scions. We can't cast the Revelations from the graveyard. Our opponent's at 16. And we have 8 power on the table. We have to discard 3 cards, but that doesn't matter. So that was quite a turn 3. We did not fully get there, mostly because we didn't find another cost reducer in the main, like in the top half of our deck, basically. Our opponent's going to draw and discard. Given that we have 3 reducers in play, we can cast the Revelation for 1 mana from the graveyard. We have there's a Revelation, 2 Revelations. They discard a Tolarian Terror, so it could be not fairies. Could be more like blue-black terror. They're gonna try to kill the Gutter Snipe, probably. I'm a little bit concerned about them Bajuka bogging me. They're passing the turn. I don't know why you're waiting. It's the same. Agony Warp? Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense, because they needed to give this -2. We're going to start with Revelation, discard my land. Okay, Revelation, discard the Narcomancer. Okay. So we can go Manamorphose, making red. We find Gutter Snipe, and we can play out another Anarchomancer. Attack for 6. Weirdly, like, it's both the Storm deck and a Zoo deck. Okay, you go to 10. We have 10 power on the table. They can block one of them. We have 16 cards left in our deck. We can't cast an Ideas Unbound if we draw it. They cycle Lorien Revealed, finding an Ice Tunnel. They can't really afford to snuff out right now. Vector Glider turns into a 2/3. Play the Ice Tunnel. So now I feel like we have to wait a little bit and try to chain. We have, okay, they do snuff out. Interesting. That is a bit of a risk. I can't, okay, we find a big score. That is an instant. I think I should just attack with everything. This puts them to 2. I can still cast a big score for 1 mana. It's like they have a cast down. I'm going to respond by casting big score, discarding the familiar. Draw Ideas Unbound. Our opponent's going to go to 4 here. Let's cast the Ideas Unbound. Draw 3 cards. Okay. I will go ahead and Pirate's Pillage, discarding the Woodlot. Undo. We only have 2 reducers right now, so the Pirate's Pillage costs 2 mana. We have to use one of our creatures. Discard the Woodlot. Draw a Glimpse. So I'll try the Glimpse. Draw 3 cards. Find a Gutter Snipe. If I play the Gutter Snipe right now, then anything off the top is... Can't really cast this either. I should probably just play my land from hand. Although the Needle is more mana. Play the Gutter Snipe. Then I'll play the Needle. And we will pass. I definitely went all in a little early there. I'm going to discard these 2 cards. 5 cards in library. They still have to kill the Gutter Snipe. Play a Sneaky Snacker as a blocker. Okay. And no attacks from the opponent. They have 3 cards in hand. We draw an Electric Revelation. That's pretty solid. We have to pass the turn. If they can't kill the Gutter Snipe, then I can Revelation whatever my next card is and deal them 2, and then deal them 2 again, regardless of if they counter it. But I guess if they counter the Revelation, then I won't have another thing to discard. Looks like they drew a removal spell. They draw a Sneaky Snacker. Okay. 4 cards in library. We draw a Lotus Petal. So I guess I'm just waiting for the right moment. I feel like they have Counterspell in hand. So I need 2 things to discard. Go for a cast down. We'll try an Electric Revelation, discarding the Lotus Petal, putting them to 2. Counterspell. Okay. So our Gutter Snipe dies. We draw for turn. 2, 3. Still a Gutter Snipe in my deck. I draw an Ideas Unbound. So now I'm going to Revelation away the Ideas Unbound. Play the Cane. And then shuffle my library back into my graveyard, or graveyard back into my library. Play Thornscape Familiar. Your turn. Can't really afford to attack. So now we have to take a few turns waiting to redraw everything. Our opponent plays Unexpected Fangs on a Sneaky Snacker. Okay. Plays a Tolarian Terror. We're looking for any sort of actual card draw. I guess not the Ideas Unbound. We need like a Glimpse, but that won't really let me get there. I need a couple of turns to put cards back in my hand, so maybe I shouldn't have cast a Familiar. Darn. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't have cast the Familiar. I could have Pirates Pillaged here. So this gives them the opportunity to win. They have 2 cards, 3 cards now. There's 2 cards in hand. Plays a Brainstorm, gets back a Snacker. I feel like this list is a little bit more resilient against these blue decks, but I kind of threw. Plays in Modern Age. So we have an opportunity here. They discard Deep Analysis and no land for the opponent. They get in for 5. Okay. They're going to go to 8 life. So we have to chain pretty well. We've lost a couple of Electric Revelations. Looks like all 4 of them. So we need like Pirate's Pillage into Ideas Unbound. What do we find off the top? Okay, so I don't feel bad about discarding this Needle here. We draw 2 cards, make 2 treasures, and we have to pass the turn. Right now they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power in the air. Darn. They discard a Murmuring Mystic, 2 cards in hand now. They're attacking for 9. Well, for 1 million. We're just going to block. Any ninja doesn't change the clock. We go to 1 life. But that doesn't really matter that much. What matters is if I draw a spell and they have a counterspell. We have a Glimpse. I'm going to cast it. You have the counterspell? They did not. Okay. So we have to go Gutter Snipe, cast Manamorphose, and once again we're hoping to rip off the top. They are going to hard cast a Snuff Out on the Gutter Snipe. So now they're tapped out. If I can chain, I can find my other Gutter Snipes and win. Seething Song doesn't do it. GG. Turn 11. These are long games. So I'm going to cut on some of the things that are speed-based. So I want 4 Pyroblast, 5 Pyroblast. And then I think I'm just going to get rid of these Lotus Petals and keep an Anarchomancer in the deck. We're just going to make land drops and then try to Pyroblast our way through the world. Okay, on the play. Mulligan, we're looking for land drops. Oh man, unfortunate. Mulligan again. There's a land. Keep. I'll get rid of the Gutter Snipe and the Ideas Unbound. Play my land and pass. Okay, well, we had some highs and lows so far this league. Opponent plays an island. You're looking for lands. There's definitely tension between making land drops and having stuff to do, you know? So I think that the Lotus Petals are just not that good. We should be on more lands and just make land drops until we go off. They cycle for an Ice Tunnel. Plays the Ice Tunnel. We're doing nothing. Rite of Flame, okay. Just passing the turn. So theoretically we could Morphos into Rite of Flame, Thornscape Familiar and have 1 mana left over. They play a Sneaky Snacker. They're probably holding a Hydroblast here. Finding a land finally. Let's go. I'll pass the turn again. They Brainstorm. Cycles of Lorien revealed for an island. I think the reason we don't want Lotus Petals in this deck is because we're trying to keep max resources in hand and have max value from our resources. They're going to preordain here. And they go bottom. So I don't know what they're looking for, but they did not find it. We're going to go to 18 off the Sneaky Snacker. And they pass. Okay. Find a Pyroblast. I can pass the turn. Opponent Brainstorms. So I guess here, if we could find... If they tap out and we find another cost reducer, maybe we can do something cool. But that's a lot to ask. They're Brainstorming again. I do have a Pyroblast. If they play like a Terror or something, then I can try to slow down their clock. All right, let's attempt to Pyroblast. See what they want to do. They don't respond. Plays another Terror. 4 cards in hand. Okay, so we're probably dead. I need another Pyroblast and more mana and everything together. Okay, Woodlot. I'm going to pass. So we're getting hit for 7. And then another 7. So we have like 3 turns. They attack. We're going to take 2 draw steps. Based on what they have. Plays a Nile Spellbomb. Okay, that is going to be kind of annoying. I think I passed the turn. Let's see. I could try the Thornscape Familiar here. Okay, that resolves. Pass Manamorphose. Got a Hydroblast. They're going to counterspell the Manamorphose. I don't understand what's happening. Go blue. I'm going to cast a Glimpse, because that actually, if this Glimpse resolves, it can give me a blocker and change the clock. They counterspell the Glimpse. Gonna big score, discarding the Rite of Flame. Hydroblast. Okay. So now they can attack for 9. They have 1 extra draw. Hopefully they just have 2 blanks. Like if they have double Sneaky Snacker, then we could maybe still go for it. If they have a removal spell here, then I'm dead. Okay, we're dead. GG, we'll see you in round 5. Okay, round 5, we've opened a pretty solid hand, I believe. But we're gonna see what our opponent is up to. Dr. Money. They play a Drawsforge Bridge, so it could be Affinity, it could be Red-Black Madness Burn. Second Familiar. I can see that being pretty good. We can go Familiar, Manamorphose, Second Familiar. They're on Affinity. Plays the Krark-Clan Shaman. Okay, that's kind of annoying. I'm going to play out my Thornscape Familiar. See what they want to do about it. If they want to kill my Familiar with the Krark-Clan Shaman, I can Morphos and Electric Revelation. I kind of have to wait for them to make the first move with the Krark. We need to hold on to our other cost reducers. Plays a land. They go Makeshift Munitions. Okay. Darn. X for 1. So I'm going to Manamorphose here. Make red. Then I'm going to Electric Revelation. Discarding the Rite of Flame. Okay, so now this is going to incentivize them to probably crack. If I go Gutter Snipe here, by Seething Song into Gutter Snipe into Big Score, they probably use the Krark-Clan Shaman. So let's Seething Song, play Gutter Snipe, play a Big Score, discarding the Ideas Unbound. They take 2 damage. My expectation is they're not going to crack. It's going to take the pings. Interesting. Okay, so now we find Thornscape Familiar. I think I'm going to can just cycle these cards. That's Ideas Unbound. We haven't made a land drop yet, so, or we already made our land drop, so these don't really matter that much. Okay, so that's the turn. Attack you for 2. We'll discard this one. Not sure if I should keep the Mountain or the Needle. Discard. Our opponent's at 14. Playing through Krark-Clan Shaman is definitely tough. I think like Fossil's Blessing might be a good idea here. Play another bridge. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. They can kill all my stuff. They can just Krark-Clan Shaman and then shoot my Gutter Snipe and still have 2 mana left over. They seem concerned though. They're like, what do I do? Plays a Wellspring. Okay. I'm trying to get you to use your Krark-Clan Shaman. And also just munitions. They're going to fire the munitions at the Thornscape Familiar. Okay. Find another Gutter Snipe. I play the Needle and attack you for 2. Bam. Our opponent is now at 12. They can attack me with their Krark now. Plays a Thoughtcast. Both of Whispers. Okay, they play another Thoughtcast. And now it looks like they're going to play a Refurbished Familiar. No, a Blood Fountain. They have 2 mana available. So they can throw their artifacts at my Gutter Snipe. They're going to pay 2 mana. Additions, sacrificing their land. Okay. Sacrificing a blood token. Then for 1, I can go Thornscape Familiar into Glimpse the Impossible. Maybe I should have left a green floating on a mountain and play the Big Score, discarding the Revelation and the Feldon's Cane. Opponent's turn. They got 7 cards in hand. They have all the time in the world to do whatever they want. The single Krark-Clan Shaman is really messing with my vibe. What do I have in the sideboard? I mean, I could bring in bolts for the Shaman. Affinity is pretty much the mean deck police. The mean deck of the format at this point. Plays a Kenku. Okay. They turn their Blood Fountain into a creature. They can attack for 4. Not sure how I can win here. Just cast a Glimpse and see what happens. Find a Thornscape again. Okay. Play the Thornscape Familiar. And then I'll cast this Glimpse the Impossible And that'll maybe draw me a land. Or Rite of Flame, Lotus Petal, Lotus Petal. The Lotus Petal. Another Lotus Petal. We can go Gutter Snipe, Rite of Flame. Just Rite of Flame off this Lotus Petal. Rite of Flame. So let's try Gutter Snipe. Then this is probably going to get them to crack their Krark. We're going to Electric Revelation, discarding this land. They get a 10. They don't crack it. They draw 2 cards. Woodlot and an Ideas Unbound. I think I'm just going to play the Woodlot out and pass the turn. Ideas Unbound not very good when you're all your mana's gone. What are they going to do? 5 cards in hand. They've got 5 lands in play, a bunch of creatures. And looks like they're going to Deadly Dispute, sacrificing their land. So I think it might have made more sense to sacrifice the Kenku, because you kind of need lands in play. I don't know that you need the Kenku as much. A 1/1 doesn't really do anything. But I'm wondering what the reasoning was for that. Maybe they were thinking they could clear my blockers and they could attack for 5, and then they could attack for 5 again. There's a Refurbished Familiar. Okay. I mean, we got stuffed. I'm just going to concede and go to the next game. And I'm actually going to bring in some Apostle's Blessings. Just cut 1 Gutter Snipe and 2 Petals. Okay, we're on the play. I'm going to keep this. We're looking to make land drops and then use the Pirate's Pillage to our advantage. We can pillage away the Lotus Petal. That's basically doing nothing, unless we draw into some sort of crazy fast hand. Land, pass the turn. Another kind of advantage of the Pirate's Pillages is that they put mana on the table for future turns. Our opponent leaves on Island, indicating that they're playing maybe the list that I was playing in my video with like Valorian Revealed. Plays a Blood Fountain, holding up Hydroblast here, or the Geothermal Crevice since it doesn't die if I use it. They play a Dross Forge Bridge. Refurbished Familiar, discarding the Electric Revelation. Another Electric Revelation, I'll play my Needle. This turn I can tap these 2 to Electric Revelation away the Lotus Petal or the Mountain. I'll probably have to try to discard the Lotus Petal though. And it looks like they're doing something, so I'm going to do it in response. Discards a Blood, or discards a land with a Blood token. A Revelation, discarding the Lotus Petal. We find a Gutter Snipe and another land. They play Mist Vault Bridge, 5 cards in hand. Another Refurbished Familiar. I'm going to discard the Mountain. It's in for 2. Okay. Draw and a Narcomancer. Play my Woodlot and pass the turn. I think maybe the next turn it's go time, assuming they don't have a Hydroblast. I have the Apostle's Blessing to save my creature. And I'll draw another card which can start the chaining. Maybe it isn't necessarily go time. They have 4 cards in hand. It's in, puts me to 14. Plays a Mirror Enforcer, 3 cards in hand now. This is 8 power. We draw another big score. I will attempt an Narcomancer. They're going to Hydroblast it. Okay. It's definitely stinky. Try to big score, discarding the Gutter Snipe. I think I used the wrong needle. Whoops. They have another counterspell. Okay. Well, you know, this is what Affinity does. They just put free spells on the table and counter you out. So, you know, I'm okay with it. I don't have a good sideboard plan for Affinity for my decks. Plays a Sea of the Synod. We've got 1 card in hand. They're attacking for 8. So we would have to draw a cost reducer right now. Go to 6. Given that they're not using their last card, it's either a land or something that doesn't matter. Okay. Going to just try to get there. Play the Familiar. Their last card is a draw spell, or maybe a remove soul. Okay. I guess I have to Electric Revelation. So if it's a removal spell, I think we're hosed anyway. They seem to have something. I'm just going to play like they have nothing. Reckoner's Bargain. They go to 2 cards in hand. Find a Rite of Flame and a Narcomancer. So I can play the Narcomancer, and then I can Electric Revelation, discarding the Rite of Flame. But I'm not sure where that gets me. We'll try it though. Okay, we find a Glimpse the Impossible. We'll Red a Flame. That's the Glimpse the Impossible. Definitely hard to chain with no cards in hand here. Yep, okay, they got me. So I think that there is definitely something here with the mana, but I don't think it worked out that great. So I'm really excited about this deck. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. We went 2 and 3, but it's all good.